Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Wednesday, the 25th of August, 2021, 8:25 a.m. Central Time. Well, as you can see, a very flat stock market. Slight bid to it. Was down earlier, came back a bit, but now the market's starting to think, just what is Fed Chair Powell going to say in his speech on Friday in front of the Jackson Hole Symposium? So all eyes will be on that. Again, I'm not expecting anything other than everything's COVID dependent, data driven. They do expect that tapering will happen, blah, blah, blah. But Goldman Sachs is talking in November, beginning a statement on the tapering. Then they did their projection. If they did 15 billion a month reductions, where does that carry the market? And it takes you out to September of 2022. And of course, everything then will depend on what's the economy looking like at the same time. So there's just so many different variants. COVID is out of control. I know that be it in Illinois, I can tell you that our beds were below what we call the crisis level. We have 22 counties in southern Illinois, right where Indiana, not Indiana, but rather where Kentucky touches us. There's one open bed. So you can imagine all the crisis that's going on. That's here. We're not the worst hit state. And there's other areas. So is this a peak? I don't know. I like what Germany did when they said they do bed counts rather than new case counts to determine where things are. I like that metric. Dollar up, putting some pressure on the currency markets, the gold market slipping back, copper staying very nice and strong. I like what I'm seeing out of that market, an important resistance area, but it's well off that 396 level. Silver market acting fairly good here as well. The market down a nickel, but it had nice gains. I would expect flat markets in the bonds and the notes. A lot of rain hit the Midwest over this past couple of days. Last night's rains in downtown Chicago were unbelievable. They were heavy, at least where I live, and the sewer systems couldn't handle them. The water was coming out the reverse way. Bitcoin down a bit, but looks to me as though it's into an area where it has to decide, is the momentum still up or is it going to give up some of that? Be an interesting morning as we look at it. And these numbers, look at that wild range already. And then we take a look at energies. We're waiting at 9:30 this morning for the EIA report. The MBA mortgage numbers came out, and all of them were an improvement, as you can see, each category. The durable goods numbers, they expected it down 0.5%. It was down 1/10 instead. You were even better. Take a look at ex-transportation, up 0.7. And the July numbers for the ex-defense were down 1.2%. The prior was up 1%, but I like these other numbers. I think that they offset that. Germany's talking that their business climate index is dropping sharply, and I get it. It's the COVID-19, the Delta version, that is creating a problem with this. They were expecting a reading of 104, instead it came in at 99.4. So you look at all that, and you've got some interesting times in the market, but don't try to make something out of nothing. The big event this week is going to be what the Fed chair says, and we'll all be looking at that Friday morning. I know you watch me at the end of the day about technical parts on the charts. Well, here's a guide to technical indicators that you may not have. This is 2 chapters, 2 volumes, if you will, each about 23 pages with full explanations, great analysis as to what they are. Talks about market sentiment, spreads, Fibonacci numbers, GAN. You'll get into there the slow stochastics, the Arun indicator, price and time, Elliott wave, options, and of course money management. One of the most important that you can get your hands on. All the rest doesn't matter if you don't learn to manage your money. There's only so much money in your account, and no matter what you think, no matter how well you plan, there are times, in fact, plenty of times, you're going to be wrong on the trade. Market in part is a random walk. Remember that. People don't believe me when I say it, but it is true, and then it sets into the trades. So no matter what you do, money management keeps you in the game. You've got to keep that. You can't just say, well, this trade's going to come back for me. More times than not, that's the suicide note. I've been at this 52 years. Owned brokerage firms during this time, a lot of them, if you will, and I've seen it come and go. And that's what traders make the mistake on. Your best loss is to take it when you should take it. How do you get all this? It's simple. Go to our website. Under free offers, go to free offers, choose anything you want from there, and we'll get it to you. It comes via email. I'm Ira Epstein. I'll see you at the end of the day with your market wrap-ups.